Alright, hi there YouTube, it's me Morphsuit America playing on the Korean version of Dragon Blaze. And in this episode I'll be talking about daily dungeons. However, I'm also going to talk about the Rune system. This is very important because this will increase the stats of your allies drastically. Hopefully I can actually prove that with numbers, but we'll see. I decided to tamper around with the Rune system before I start this video because when it comes to daily dungeons, you can run at least one of these daily dungeons or 2 times. It'll depend on the day. For example, let's say today's the Rune system or the Rune farming daily dungeon. You can do it once for free, and then you can spend 150 rubies again so you can run it again, and then after that it's closed down. You can only run a dungeon 1 or 2 times. Once again, it depends on what day it is. So if I was doing it on Wednesday for the Korean time zone, if I was to do the quest daily dungeon, I did it for free, and then I can redo it again, spend 150 rubies, get a bunch of scrolls, and then pretty much that's it. But I digress. Let's go into the Rune system. Now you can find this in your allies tab. It's going to be located on the left hand side beneath your gear link icon. And this is pretty much what it looks like. I have no clue. Actually, I do understand some of this text. If you look on the Korean Dragon Blaze blog, there is a game guide that talks about stats. I'll have that in the description below. I can tell you guys right off the bat that this first stat up here is stamina. Second one is intelligence, and then all of these other things. I think that's boss damage. I have no clue what that one deciphers to, and I don't know what this one is because I can't remember most of these stats off the top of my head. I kind of memorized the characters after like trying to figure out what gear stat I was going for, but pretty much, as you can see, some of this stuff is already filled up. And who decided to call me when I'm actually doing a damn recording? I'm gonna ignore that because they're being a douchebag to me. Anyways, back on topic. Yeah, as you can see, some of this stuff is already filled up, and I apologize for the phone ringing. I'm just gonna ignore it. And hopefully you guys will notice a huge change in the attack power as well once I start getting these rune parts. Anyways, if you're playing on the Korean Dragon Blaze and you're wondering how to actually get into these daily dungeons, because if you try to run this, it might say something and you might not be able to do it, you guys need to change your time zone to the Korean time zone. I think the city name you need to change your time zone to is Seoul. It's somewhere in South Korea, I know that for sure, but make sure you change the date and time and start running these things. Right now, it's actually 12:29 p.m. because I live on the eastern coast, but over here in the Korean time zone, it's 1:20 a.m. Yes, it's very early for the Koreans. So, with that being said, when it comes to these 5 dungeons, it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There's no daily dungeons on Saturday and Sunday, unless you want to spend 150 rubies just to do these dungeons. And I kind of advise you guys to start doing the quest one and the Rune one. It's okay to spend 150 rubies for this one as well. You'll be able to get some transcendent essences, but I'll advise you guys not to spend as much rubies for these 2 dungeons, which are the allied dungeon, because they only give you double S's, and then the gem one, and I think you only get double S jewels out of them, or double S gems. You can only run these 3 times, and there's 3 different difficulties. There's gonna be myth mode, hard, and then normal. You also need to have a good amount of gold as well, so you can enter these daily dungeons, and you also need to spend 10 tickets for each one of these. I'm gonna be spamming this one, and pretty much it's like a mini world boss. Or it's like a raid boss, except you can bring your damn party to kick this creature's ass. Just know that if you go to myth difficulty, you might want to have a transcended ultimate. You want to have an ultimate transcended ally in your party. Because if you go to myth mode with a bunch of transcendent allies, they might get one-shotted, like, once you take 50 HP of this guy. And not just this dungeon in particular. If you go to any other daily dungeon, if you don't have an ultimate transcendent ally, you might fail. And I don't want you guys to spend a bunch of tickets and a bunch of retries and then, you know, a good amount of gold just so you guys can fail. Kind of have your team up there. As you can see, Bell Snow and Mandalandy are already dead. Now, my main character, Paladin, he's only at, oh well, he's dead too, and Margaret's about to be dead, but surprisingly, Ravengale and Windloon are still up. And you might want to have some scrolls on you if you plan to do this dungeon, because you might fail, and you might want to have some revives on you, so you don't exactly fail. But yeah, once again, if you get to go to myth mode, have like 2 to 3 ultimate status allies, so you can easily breeze through it. I had some difficulties right there, but it's totally worth it if you can get 9 Rune parts, because you need to get as many Rune parts as you can to enhance the damn stats. We're gonna do this again, and then I'll show you guys that you can spend 150 rubies again just so you can do this dungeon. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys figured out how important this was, or like, give me your comments about this rune system, if you guys like it, or if you think that, you know, this is kind of dumb. Well, then again, like, even though you might not like it, it's stuck in game, so we're gonna have to deal with it. But anyways, I'm not too... Well, it's a video game as well. I wasn't surprised when they decided to implement this new system, because, you know, farming. We need to kind of have some sort of challenge in a video game to kind of enhance our characters. It's not going to be easy always, or it's not always going to be easy, or I feel like I'm wording that wrong, so I apologize. And yeah, pretty much as you can see, my team is handling this guy pretty okay, except I tend to pop some revive scrolls here and there. And once again, you might want to also enhance your main character. And then we got one more run, and then I'll spend another 150 rubies, do 3 more runs, and then show you guys what you need to do for the rune system. And hopefully it does show you guys a huge increase in stats. The good thing about the rune system is that you don't need to actually focus on every one of your dang characters, compared to some other games like Summoner's War, where you get a bunch of relics or like these stone things, and then you have to put them on this pedestal, and then hopefully you get the right stats you're looking for, and then you have to farm again to get some other stuff, and then put them on another one of your characters. Yeah, when it comes to the rune system in game, it's focused on all classes. So if you start working on, let's say you got level 1 when it comes to the rune system for a paladin, all of your paladins will get a slight increase in their... Well, I wouldn't say slight, because I don't know how big of an increase they're getting, but hopefully, yeah, you'll see a huge change. That's what I'm going to emphasize on. And pretty much we killed him again, and this time Margaret is alive. So, once you do your 3 runs, it's going to ask you if you want to spend 150 rubies just to do it again. And apparently I also get 50 rubies just doing this dungeon. And yes, I will agree to it again, because I want to get my runes. And once again, you guys might want to invest some rubies into these daily dungeons, specifically the rune stuff and the quest stuff. And I'll shut up now, because I'll keep on repeating myself. So yeah, you can view this thing as a world boss, so you might want to bring allies that are good in world boss stuff, like Llewellyn, Windloon. Maybe, yeah, Graham is still up there, I know that as well. Bloodwind maybe. You know, whatever characters you can. And if they're ultimate status, you know, they have a lot more stats, so and maybe a better survivability against this guy. Because as you can see, Manalani Bell Snow, my main character, and well, yeah. Another thing is like Margaret's at ultimate status, but she's dying quickly. Then again, I don't have a level 120 U-Gear raid on her just yet. Because I'm still farming for the right stats for her stupid staff. Alright, so this should be the second run beating up this guy. And, hopefully I release this video by tomorrow, which would be a Friday? Or maybe, well, yeah, it's gonna be on a Friday, but hopefully in the morning. Because of work, yeah, I can't upload these videos very, very quickly. I work from, like, the afternoon to midnight. So yeah, I only have a few seconds, or like a few hours before I had to go. And usually I'm asleep by... I tend to wake up around like 10, 11 a.m. So it doesn't give me a lot of time to do these recordings and then render them quickly and then like compress it and then upload it. It takes like a good 3-5 hours just to do all that stuff. Depending on how long the video is. So yeah, if you guys see a delay in some of these updates or like uploads, or me uploading them like very early in the morning for you or very late at night for you, that's why. And pretty much we killed this boss rather quickly. And then you get another 9 ruins. I call them relics, but they're not relics. And in total I got 27 plus 27 equals around 54 ruins. And as you can see, once you do it a second time, when you actually spend the rubies for it, it's gonna lock you out. You can't run it anymore. So once again, kind of emphasizing this one last time, you want to do these dungeons, and you might want to invest in some of these dungeons with some rubies, like especially the quest in the ruin. Alright, so to get your rune parts, you want to go to your mailbox. Your mailbox, because it's going to be located there. Once you pull all 20, well, I have like 54 in here, so yeah, it's going to give you a bunch of random stuff. It's RNG chance. Anyways, with all of those parts collected, most of these items will go into your inventory as well. Do I have any in my storage? Let me make sure. Okay, there's nothing in my storage. So, with a bunch of these ruin parts, you want to make sure you go over here to the Allies tab, go to the ruins, and as you can see, apparently there's an icon telling me I can level these things up. And apparently I can level them all up. So the purple one the purple one increases the Incanter stats, or the Incanter Rune. The yellow one is the Paladin. The green one is the Rogue. The purple one, wait, there's 2 purple ones. Okay, so pink is Incanter. Purple is the... What the fuck is this? Priest? Or Mage? Okay, purple is the Mage. Wait, what the hell is this icon? I'm guessing this is Archer? Maybe? No, this is a fucking Archer. Okay, I'm having a hard time. I think this is the Priest. The green is Priest. Blue is Archer. Red is Warrior. So what the hell is this thing? I'm guessing this is the Mage. So, Warrior, Archer, Priest, Mage, Rogue, Paladin, Incanter. Alright, that makes sense because there's 7 classes in. Alright, so back on topic. Let's upgrade these things. Apparently I only have 4 of these. Most likely it's gonna go to this one over here. Let's try it out. I need to have 3 of these Incanter pieces. I need 900,000 gold. And then it's gonna level me up to like quarter way. Yeah. It's gonna do that. And apparently it does that as well, which is interesting. So it decides, yeah, it increases my stat for stamina and for intelligence, and then it also increases some other stuff down there. I think that one's boss damage. I don't know about these two. Alright, so I decided to cut away because someone decided to interrupt me when I was recording, but moving on, let's go to the Paladin. As you can see, I have 13 pieces. It's gonna cost 300,000 gold. I think this is every time I enhance it. So, what, 300,000 times 13 would equal to, like 2,900,000 that I'm spending. Let's see if I'm right. Right now I have 220 million gold. It should go down to 218 million or 217 million. And yeah, it's pretty much, yeah, it's gonna level up for me. So this is what is gonna happen. I can't speak. My mind's all dead on me now. And it increases my stats again. And apparently once you actually get to the next level, it's gonna tell you what you need to do. And apparently it's gonna cost me 2,400,000 gold. I think it's to level up everything though. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, that's to level up everything. So if you don't have a lot of these rune parts, it's just gonna level up a bit. But if you have all of them, it's gonna go to the next level. And then it also gonna state how much you're using. So right now I have 4 out of 8. Technically it's gonna get me halfway to here, and then I had to get another 4 rune pieces so I can get it up to level 3. So right now I'm only spending 2,400,000 gold just so I can get to here. And I'm kind of right, except it doesn't highlight this area. It just highlights these two. And it's telling me right now I just need to get 4 more pieces. It's gonna cost 1,200,000 gold. And yeah, as you can see here, my gold kind of went down. And yeah, I wasn't supposed to click on that. Anyways, I'm gonna skip to the archer so I can see if it, well, it's not gonna increase the stats as much because I only have 4 pieces. I'm still missing 2. So what I'm gonna do is do this. And it's just gonna increase the stats slightly. Now over here, this is the healer. I have a lot for the healer. And then that's the mage, and this is the warrior. I can technically fill this up, so that's what we're gonna do here. And it's gonna go to level 1. And then boom, it's done. So that's increased. I might as well just spend a bit of gold here and there. Just to level this up, and then boom. I'm gonna do a lot for the healer apparently. I might want to main my healer. And she's also cute as fuck, so yeah, why not? And we got the healer Rune to level 1. Now we're gonna work on... Well, I'm gonna need 2 more rune pieces to finish this one to go to level 2. Actually, out of everything, the paladin's actually up there. So let's finish up the rogue one as well. And then that's at level 1. And then this is gonna fill up halfway, or just gonna fill up these 2 ruins. And then that's pretty much it. And lastly, let's do this. And shoo, I don't need Facebook notifications right now. And then we leveled up the mage one to level 1. We get an increase in the intelligence and stamina, and then some other stuff. And that's pretty much it. So I spent a good 20, 50, it looks like 50 million gold right there, or like, I forgot however much. But as you can see here, the numbers on these characters increased, and it's by a lot. I don't know if it's actually a lot, but let me give you guys a number of what Winlin was before I decided to play around with the rune system and increase the archer stats. along with Margaret. I recorded those two, not all of my other allies. So when it comes to Winloon, her original attack power was 399,762. Right now it's 423,618. When it comes to Margaret, because I also recorded her stuff, it was originally at 382,578. Right now it's 418,600. No. Me and talking in English and blah blah blah. So, right now, as you can see, it's 418,362. Doing my math right now, actually I'll cut away and give you guys the results of it. Alright, so hopefully I did my math right, but when it comes to Winloon, she gained 23,856 attack power. For Margaret, she gained 35,784. So it's important to level these things up. Even though they nerfed the power of our transcended allies, this rune system will compensate for that, and it will slowly increase the power of our allies as long as we continue to feed this thing. Yeah, feed this system, feed this. I can't say this apparently. As long as we feed this motherfucker, we should be fucking fine. And hopefully it give us a lot more stats and, you know, more power, so we can do better in world bosses and all these other modes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully this helps you guys or kind of evaluates why the rune system is very important. I don't know if like 23,856 attack power is kind of a huge deal, but you know, you can get whatever you can get. If you guys have any questions or concerns with the rune system, I'm still new to it. I don't know what's the max level for the rune system, and hopefully I can figure out what the stats are when it comes to increasing them, because I know the first two are stat or are HP and whatever attribute is whatever the main attribute is for said class. But the other three, I have no clue what they are, or I haven't memorized it just yet. I think one of them is boss damage, but the other two still up in the air. Yeah, let me know in the comments below if you like this rune system, if you need help trying to get into the daily dungeon still. Hopefully I can make a video out of that if you guys really want me to explain how to actually, you know, set your time zone to South Korea. And that's pretty much it. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys around. Peace!